Welcome back. On this Monday morning, we continue to follow breaking news that came out overnight from Vatican City. Vatican officials confirming Pope Francis has died. Bells tolling in church towers all across Rome following this announcement. His Holiness had been battling chronic lung disease in the hospital in the past few months. Cardinals close to Pope Francis say his entire life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and of his church. End of quote. He was 88 years old. And reactions pouring in from worldwide leaders this morning, many reacting to the Pope's passing. That includes Vice President JD Vance and the White House. This morning, VP Vance posting on social media saying, quote, "My heart goes out to the millions of Christians all over the world who loved him," end of quote. The White House also posting on its social media account, writing, quote, "Rest in peace, Pope Francis." And this comes after the vice president actually visited Pope Francis yesterday on Easter Sunday. They met in one of the reception rooms of the Vatican Hotel. That's where the Pope lived. He offered Vance 3 big chocolate Easter eggs, one for each of his children. And this morning, former President Barack Obama also issuing a statement on the Pope's passing. It reads in part, quote, "Today, Michelle and I mourn with everyone around the world, Catholic and non-Catholic alike, who drew strength and inspiration from the Pope's example. May we continue to heed his call to never remain on the sidelines of this march of living hope." And a live look now just outside the Vatican. You can see so many people coming to pay their respects. We've been watching throughout the day as it gets busier out there. Lots of people this morning coming to pay their respects in memory of Pope Francis. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon there, and we will continue to follow this, as well as reaction from global leaders, as well as those across our nation. And now we turn things over to Nicole Winfield, the Associated Press Vatican correspondent, to explain what happens next now that the Pope has passed away.
The death of a pope initiates a centuries-old ritual to elect a new pontiff. It begins with 9 days of funeral rites, during which the Pope is buried. Cardinals are coming to Rome from around the world to participate in that funeral mass, as are heads of state. Then the conclave procedures begin. There are a few days of closed meetings. These are when the cardinals get together and meet in secret. They discuss the problems of the church. They're receiving reports from all the different Vatican offices of what the financial situation is, what the problems are facing the church around the world, and what are the qualities of a pontiff that are needed to bring the church forward. At a certain point, they stop those meetings and the conclave begins. The first day starts with a mass in the morning and a primary vote in the afternoon. If a pontiff is not elected in that first vote, the ballot papers are burned. The smoke comes out of the Sistine Chapel chimney. If it's black, it means no pope has been elected. The cardinals return the next morning. They have 2 ballots in the morning, 2 ballots in the afternoon, until the pope is elected. At that point, the white smoke comes out of the chimney. The world knows that a pope has been elected, and he comes out onto the loggia of St. Peter's Basilica, and we hear those famous words, "Habemus Papam," we have a pope.